A dying man picked up his best mate and missing toddler William Tyrell from behind a shed and drove them 300 kilometers, the court has heard. The New South Wales inquest into the disappearance of 3-year-old Tyrell has focused on Frank Abbott, a convicted pedophile and person of interest in William's suspected abduction in September 2014. Kirsten Opegu says she has helped treat a reporter at the New South Wales Mid-North Coast HK facility when he made a confession about his knowledge of William's disappearance. William disappeared from the front yard of his foster grandparents' house at Kendall, and Miss Opegu told the court in Taree on Tuesday that Mr. Porter had claimed to have given a friend and William a lift and driven them north. The court also heard that Mr. Porter only had two friends that he spoke of, one of whom was known as Frank. Ms. Opego said that in April last year, Mr. Porter had told her at the Uniting Minga Letter facility in Port Macquarie that he had been in a car with William. She said, when Ray was talking to you and had this strange conversation with you, did he say something about picking up his best friend with a cute little boy? Gerard Caddock SC asked. Yes, she replied. Did he say something about picking them up from behind a shed at Kendall School? Mr. Craddock asked. She replied, yep. Ray said he had picked up his best mate at Kendall School. Behind the school was a shed. From there, they drove 300 kilometers. Miss Opego said Mr. Porter, who died last year, was distressed following the conversation and had placed his head on her shoulder. Earlier, the court heard that Abbott had bragged to local townspeople that he knew where William was buried. Daniela Parish told the court that Abbott was staying in the Parish family property at Aaron's Creek at the time William vanished from nearby Kendall. She said Abbott had on several occasions claimed to have knowledge of William's whereabouts and suggested that he had been buried by another local man, Geoff Owens. Mr. Owens walked on the Benarum Drive property from which William vanished. Mr. Craddock asked, did Frank Abbott say, I know where William Tyrell is? Why don't you check Geoff Owens' place? Miss Parish replied he was telling everyone in queue. She added that he had made the claim many times. A day earlier, her brother Martin, a Baptist minister, had continually advocated for Abbott and claimed that he was innocent after he was charged with a sexual offense against a child. Abbott was acquitted, but he was subsequently convicted of abusing a child. Abbott lived on the Parish family property in a caravan and would do handyman work for $10 an hour. Miss Parish said she was fearful of Abbott after he had bragged that he had twice beaten a murder charge and that he would go to jail anytime because he would get 3 square meals a day. She said she was scared of him from that day.